We convince ourselves that the burden is ours alone, that no one else can understand the weight. But out here, reality proves us wrong. The struggle is not unique. It is the only constant we know. The pattern repeats. We elevate monsters to kings, simply because they are the loudest, but strip away the title, and you are left with nothing but another lie. Bound by iron, but unshackled by will. This urge to confront, even backed up against the wall. Victory is the only thing that prevails in your mind. It is a necessary blindness. Evolution wires us to ignore the math of defeat, to suppress the certainty of death, just long enough to throw the next punch. You leave the chaos behind. It fades into the distance, replaced by the rhythm of your own breath. Some answers aren't found in the noise of battle, but in the heavy silence that follows. It is the breath of the world waiting for its final chapter. The direction is clear. You're not walking towards victory. You're walking toward the end of history itself. March past miracles every day, eyes fixed only on the next threat. We train ourselves to see targets, not life. And in our rush to survive, we forget to actually live. The landscape shifts. It doesn't even try to resemble a home. You stop looking for a safe path. You realize that horror isn't something to avoid. It is simply your domain now. You walk through the nightmare like you own it. will find yourself in situations where everything seems hopeless, where the odds are not just against you, they humiliate you. In those moments, your only task is to endure, to refuse to fall. The question is not if you can win. The question is only how long. You will reach a point where you notice that parts of you are holding you down. Sometimes they're the very parts you thought defined you as a person. But nostalgia is a heavy chain. To become who you want to be, you need to change. You need to make the cut. The pain is gone. All that remains is ash. We spend our lives waiting, preparing, telling ourselves we're looking for the right moment. But there is no perfect moment. That time is now. You lock your eyes to the end. You didn't come this far to stop. The only way out is through. All the training, the constant doubt, in the end, it was so simple. You sit here, at the end of the world, and ask yourself, what now? We spend so much time asking ourselves if we are enough, if we are worthy of the goals we set. I spent years hesitating to start the channel, always waiting for a sign that I was ready. But walking away from the finish line, I realize you don't become ready by waiting, you become ready by doing. The doubt was just another weight to carry. My best is enough, and so is yours. We spend our lives carrying heavy burdens, convinced that our pain makes us special. But then you stand before true greatness, and you realize the loudest things in history are often the smallest, and the ones who actually held up the sky did it in silence. True strength isn't about how much you can rule, it is about how much you can save. We spend so much time afraid of the shadow on the wall. We let it grow tall in our minds, convincing ourselves it is untouchable. But when you finally drag the nightmare into the light, you see it for what it is. It is not a god, it is just a broken machine that forgot how to stop. And just like that, the cycle is broken. Thank you for watching. I know the chapter took longer to arrive than expected. Thank you for your patience, thank you for sticking with me. Before we move on to the new worlds, there's one last thing to do. I'm currently working on a director's cut of this Kenshi series. So my goal is to combine all the acts into one seamless cinematic movie, to cut some things away, to re-edit a few things here and there, redo the whole audio department, and let's see where the future takes us, so that the movie can be seen the way that I always wanted it to be seen, like it was meant to be seen. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel if you're interested in some interesting Kenshi videos or other videos. See you soon.